Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. Okay, today I'm going to talk about the state of the Serge's swing. And right now I'd like to say that after my second open heart surgery, which was coming up on a year soon, and so I'm starting to feel a lot better, starting to feel stronger. Really haven't done a lot of weightlifting yet or whatever, but I am really starting to hit the ball a lot better, and I'm really getting pretty close to my distance back to where I was at before the surgery. I might even be a little bit longer before after the this first surgery, second surgery, and a little bit longer. And reason why it has is because I decided to do a while back. I was out there and I really been hitting the ball very thin a lot, and hitting a lot of thin shot block rights, which come up very short. So and it's just been getting to be aggravating. And I feel like my setup is good, and I feel like I'm making good swings. So I decided to do what I like to call a mind scan of my setup and my swing. So what that means is I close my eye, I get into my setup, and I close my eyes, and I let my mind kind of run a scan of my body. I guess like what you get when you go in and you get an x-ray or whatever, especially those ones where the things come up and over you. I don't know if that's whatever they call those things, MRIs or whatever, the ones that go back and forth, or they just run over you and you can see the scan going down. I do that from my head to my toe. What I'm doing, I just close my eyes, I get in there, and I just start running down from my body from one end to the other, and I just want to feel my muscles, what they feel like in terms of what muscles are the muscles that are generating the energy right now are activated. That's it. Man, I've got a brain freeze on that one. What muscles are activated, how much they're activated, the pressures in them, and how much it is, and just in the setup. And then I did one where I started to swing. So I'm trying to lock all of this into my memory bank. And the big problem I found was that, and I'm going to start from this side, even though it's not, I'll try to turn this one more to the camera a little bit. I've always had this problem. I take the club back a little too straight, so I'm slightly outside the line and up and almost outside and could be too vertical, which means I'm now coming swinging straight down. So instead of the club being square at this point to hit the ball down to the target, it's always coming from slightly inside, and therefore I'm going to start at just a little left of the target, and it'll be a relatively straight pull, and or likely a thin, low on the club face and low and shorter, way shorter than normal. So that's always been my big bugaboo. But like I say, golf's a game of misses. He or she who misses best wins, and these are good misses because they're in play, they're tight, they're close, they're going to stay in the fairway off the tee and get close to the green, or if not on the green. They're just not that nice and solid and that we like to see, and like to feel and see the good contact, hear the good contact, and then see it. So the thing I found was I always felt that my problem was my right arm didn't fold fast enough. And if we use the reverse engineering, as one of our Surgites who's always sending me really great letters, and he usually starts them off by saying, it's the reverse engineering guy again. You put yourself where you want to be, and you come in here and you see where my right arm has to get. But I have a tendency for it to be there. So I just felt I've always had to let it fold a little bit more. But in this last brain scan, I figured out something I hadn't really realized in a long time, and I know it's been there for a long time. And that's it, and that's what is my right shoulder was the problem, not my right arm. Because when I got over here and I started addressing the ball and got ready, my right shoulder was a little high and tight. So from this view, instead of being here, down and droopy like I always like to feel it, like I got a pretty heavy shoulder briefcase hanging from me, it's been up and out like I'm trying to not let it fall off my shoulder. And I noticed that, and when that thing is up, it was going outside. If you stand here and you hunch up both of your shoulders or either one, you can't really lift your arms that well. So I finally figured that one out, and once I got that shoulder relaxed, it would now turn. It would now turn when the left shoulder started to move in the turn. This way it didn't. It was stopping the left shoulder from turning, which allowed the club to get back in the takeaway into the mitt and into the toe line when it's going up the tree. And that was it. And as soon as I did that, as soon as I did all that and figured that out and started hitting the ball, it was like night and day. And I started I could feel the acceleration in the club, and I didn't feel like the only thing that felt like I was turning more was just my shoulders. Nothing else. But I was standing here now, and I get that right shoulder down and droopy more, which gets the right arm under in the master setup position, and I get a better turn, and I can feel the club accelerating, and I can hear much better contacts, and the ball I can see the speed it's going, and naturally off the club, and it's going farther. So try a body scan sometime. It worked for me, and it can work for you. That's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.